It's not about who you are. It's about whose you are. Hear it again. It's not about who you are. It's about whose you are. That's what they're saying. They're saying, I can be over here and compartmentalize myself. Listen, I'm a doctor, a very successful doctor. When I go to work, I'm very good at what I do. I've won awards. I've cured diseases. These guys are saying I'm a very successful Super Bowl quarterback, who's won the championship, been at the highest level, and I expect that of myself. But when I step off that field, that's not who I am. That's what I do. That's what Reggie said. That's what I do. When I'm off the field, I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a friend. Not about what we did in the past, not what people say we are, not about the accolades. Those are all nice things, but that's not who we are. Whose we are is children of God. Who I am is a joint heir with Christ, a child of God, an adopted son. Having all the blessings and having all the rewards that Jesus has belong to me and to you. And to you that don't know Christ, you can have it today.
Roman has a heart for the Lord. Roman playing professional football, but saw something more eternal. You're going to see inside. You're going to see inside the locker room of the Colts, where you're going to the coach, Coach Dungy, the owner Bob Irsay, players that are going to speak of their faith.
It was great that it was just all positive. Their players very professional, very dignified. Our guys the same way, and I think we showed that you can play great and still play with that character that's important.
After you've been through all you've been through this year, how is it to get on the knees and to thank God for one last time right here as a team?
You know, the Lord has been with us. He's been with this team. He's prepared us, given us a lot of ups and downs so that we would know how to deal with adversity. But more than anything, he's kept us together. And we've got a great spirit on this team, and I'm really, really proud of these guys.
If we don't learn anything else today, we want to be finishers as men, don't we? We all know that our career is important to us. We have visions, we have dreams, we have things we want to accomplish in our life. And let me tell you something, God is in that.
Tonight at the hotel, great job.
Doesn't get any better.
1, 2, 3.
And Tony said it like it was. Every time he had the opportunity, he said, listen, winning a Super Bowl would be great. Winning a Super Bowl trophy would be the ultimate. But what it's all about for me is faith, family, and football. I want to pour something eternal into my players. I want to help them.
Started about 5 years ago. It's called the First Things First Foundation. You can get on the web at kurtwarner.org and find out all the things that we're doing and how to get involved.
It truly puts everything in perspective, and this football thing's a great thing, and I don't want to take away from what we do professionally, because we're all called to excellence in what we do, and in football that means trying to win the Super Bowl. But as soon as that gets in the way of your daily walk with the Lord, then you're falling on some dangerous ground. And it's happened to me in my life, and you need to step back and say, okay, you know, why am I here? What is God doing through me? And what's overall the biggest purpose here is to love him and enjoy.
So I want to encourage you guys. You've seen it today. You've seen stories of victory. You've seen stories from the ashes. You've seen stories of people who have lost children.
For some of us, you know, you go through tragedy in life.
It has been in our life. You know, losing our son obviously was the most horrific thing you could ever imagine, and I would never wish it upon my worst enemy.
Losing my son 8 years ago to a brain tumor, you know, you don't wish that on your worst enemy.
But you've seen them stand up in their faith and say, listen, I'm going to use it. God did it. It's painful. It hurts. It's the worst thing that I ever went through in my life. But you know the reason why Trent Dilfer is still playing today as a backup for the 49ers? He's won his Super Bowl. He doesn't need the money. You know what he's playing for? His son. His son wanted him to play football, and he said, I'm going to play football as long as I can, because I know if my son were alive, he would want to see me play football. And I started a foundation, they both did, for their sons, to raise money for kids so that they could help someone else's son. That is only possible with the love of Christ.
The one thing that I think has enabled us to move on is that faith that you have in sources that are much higher than we even know of.
Well, God teaches us our greatest lessons through pain and suffering, and people don't want to hear that message. But through pain and suffering,